So tell me about this. What was the name of the place? Harrison.
Harrison, Arkansas. Yes, sir.
Harrison and Arkansas is a pretty heavy.
Yeah. So back in 2020, what is it? 2022. Saw a video like it was like the guy was just standing there with a Black Lives Matter sign over there.
Oh, and it was for content.
Yeah, and people just throwing
Right,
slurs
you know what?
at him.
I saw that, dude.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was awful.
So I saw that and I was like, man, I got it. Like that, the troll in me, I was like, I gotta go there. So I went there, and in my first video that I went there, people might not notice this, but like I had like a white tank top on, had a do-rag, I was sagging a little bit because what I was gonna do was I was gonna like be trying to sell my mixtape to the most racist people, you know. But then when I got there, something just told me like we need to pivot. This could be something bigger. So when we got there, we started figuring out like, hey, it's not the town. There's actually this place that's about 25 minutes out called Zinc, where the KKK headquarters is. So we're like there. We didn't know about any of this lore, and we're just figuring this all out.
KKK headquarters in present day?
Yeah, over
So
there.
they have
Like
a-
the leader of the KKK is just 20 minutes from the town.
And that's the guy that you bumped into in the last video that you shot there.
Not yet. So what had happened was we went to go interview him, right? But he didn't want to interview me, so I talked to another guy, and his name was oh my gosh,
John Bond or something, or Ron.
oh my, Tom Bowie. I don't know. So there's a Tom Rob and Tom Bowie. So they're both named
Tom Rob. I'm thinking Tom Rob.
So I met Tom Bowie, and I had a really great conversation with him. And then after that, I met the mayor of Harrison and stuff. And it was just a great video, and it went viral. Everybody was talking about it. So that was back in 2022. So now it's what? It was November 2024. And I'm like, you know what? I want to go back. It's been 2 years. So it's the same thing. I'm having a little troll in me. So I'm like, you know what? I want to go back and ask Tom Bowie. I want to ask him to like do a guess the black person. That's why I wanted to go there.
Guess the black person.
Yeah, so there's like this series on YouTube where people like they'll be wearing like a green suit and you don't know if they're black or not. So it's like I wanted to do that with them, like guess the black person.
What do you mean a green suit?
So like they would like wear like a mask and
like
stuff, so
green
you
screen.
can't tell like what race they are, and
Okay.
you have to guess like who's the black person. I thought it would be funny, like what the most
So wait, do you
racist man.
speak through the like a mask.
Yeah. Like you would speak through it and like you like ask them questions like, what's your favorite food? And if they say, a mayonnaise sandwich, it's like, nah, you're not black. Something like that.
Okay.
So I was thinking about doing that. So we were gonna go up there, but then our flight got canceled. So then we had to get a rental car and drive all the way from Dallas to Harrison, Arkansas. So it was like a 7-hour drive. So we get there and I'm like, you know what? Before I ask him, I want to make like missing signs. Like I haven't seen him in a while. So I'm getting missing posters. I went to the police station asking them if they seen him and stuff. Just like kind of building up the thing and stuff. And we get to Walmart and I run into the leader of the KKK, Tom Robb. The guy that didn't want to interview me back in 2022.
He didn't want to be interviewed by you.
Not by me.
Right.
He interviewed my friend though. My friend Nico. He interviewed him. And my friend pranked him bad. Like he got him to say BLM without him realizing it. He got him to say BBC. Like he got him.
What's BBC? Because I remember hearing that in the video.
BBC. You don't know what BBC means?
Well, I know that you were calling it the British broadcast.
No, that was Nico. So that was Nico that like got him to do the interview. So, but he was getting him to like say like I love the BBC. But
I don't know. I still don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant.
you don't know what BBC stands?
No.
Big Black.
Ah, yeah, okay. No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? I thought you were messing with me.
No, I promise. Yeah.
Yeah. So he got the leader of the KKK to say BBC, all this crazy stuff.
Oh, now I get it. Okay, BBC. Okay, now.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
Like Nico got him good, and so like I thought never in a million years am I gonna see this. I just go to Walmart and I run into him, and the first thing I do is I just give him a hug, and I'm just like I was looking for you, and like I was looking for the other Tom, and I just end up having like a 5-minute conversation with him, take a
Yeah.
picture with him.
Yeah, I was trying to just decide how I felt about the Tom Robb guy.
Tom-
You know, he was kind of like sticking to his guns, you know?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Like when I was talking to him, he was like, all right, that's enough. But I
Right.
mean, you know,
But then the other guy kind of like wins you over.
so after that, we go back to him. It's been almost 3 years since I've seen him.
And I feel like maybe we're alienating people. But then
Oh,
you got
my bad.
Well, no, but it's my bad.
Yeah.
You got the one guy, Tom Robb, is legitimately like the leader of the KKK. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
He's like
Yes, sir.
And then the other guy is not like a notable personality, but he's like from there and like super racist.
But he stole the show, like where like literally black creators are just come there just to interview him because
Right.
he's so funny and he's so energetic. And when the last time I had talked to him, I actually had a real civil conversation with
Right,
him.
and when he says, you know, like, if, you know, maybe you asked him if there was a black lady like drowning, or somebody says he says I would save her, and I would save the black lady. He says you're not racist, and he says yeah, but if there was a white lady and a black lady and they're both drowning, I would save the white lady. I mean, that's funny, dude.
Bro, you can't beat that. It's just you literally can't. And it's like you can't even be mad at that. It's like, hey, at least he said he would save the black lady.
I mean,
Because Tom Robb, he might have just been like, man, I
Right.
would have poured more water in there probably.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like it was just a really, really fascinating video, and like going back to like having the right spirit about like the content that you create. Man, the spirit of that was like just bravo.
And just in like when we got there, I just felt the vibe change. And then when we get there, the mayor was telling me how he had a reward that he's
Right.
been trying to give me for 2 years. And
Right.
so I was like, you know what? That video wouldn't have made the noise that it made for me to be getting an award if I didn't have such a good conversation with Tom Bowie. So
Right.
I asked him, I said, if you and your
come,
wife
come
will.
and be there at the ceremony.
And I did not think they would, but they came out. They
He
came
was,
out
he was a little bit non-committal for
at first. And then after that, we went out and had a great. We went out to
Right.
dinner. I took him and his wife out to dinner, and I got to hear their story of how they met and how they fell in love, and his wife pulled me aside and told me he really likes you, and like that just like
Now his wife and him were like really saying that the mayor, Mayor Jackson, they're like, oh, he's a terrible this, and they're like, but like Mayor Jackson's like the greatest guy ever, huh?
yeah, he's a good. You see, the thing that they don't like about him is because they think he's a. They think the mayor, since the town has that reputation, and he's trying to change that reputation of Harrison
Right.
being like not a racist place.
Right.
They view Mayor Jackson as like, you know, what's the word? Like they say like you're kind of turning against your own race because they feel like he's always demonizing them
Right.
to make sure that the town looks good. So that's how they kind of
Man,
how
okay.
they're viewing him and everything.
But go Mayor Jackson, man. Like it's like,
Great dude.
Yeah.
Even his daughter commented in the video.
I saw that. I thought it was maybe
His granddaughter. His
I saw that
granddaughter.
was the top comment.
Yeah, she was so
And
proud.
she says, when I say he talks about you, like, I mean, he always talks about you.
And now I'm the ambassador of peace in the whole town.
Yeah,
Like,
it's amazing, man.
and it's just it just goes to show, like, I like earlier before we had turned on the cameras, Steve-O was kind of telling me, he was like, I've done all this crazy stuff, and the thing that got me the most views is just saving a dog. And he's like, what kind of shit is that? And the thing I want to tell you, man, is, you know, you might look at it like, man, I've done way better stuff.
Well, it's not better stuff. It's just that I tried way harder. You know, like such
but
a
I think-
desperate attention whore. And like what got the attention was rescuing a dog.
But that's the thing, though. It's like if that got you that many views, just rescuing a dog, imagine if you made like a pivot to just not doing the same thing,
Well, right.
but doing other stuff you never. Because no one in a million years can tell me that my most popular series, my most impactful stuff that I, as a prankster, would be doing racial relations. I had people in the
Right.
comments saying that my videos are tackling racial issues
Yeah.
better than political scientists and political activists and stuff, and it's just like it's like,
I mean, it's real world change that you're affecting,
and it's like I don't even see it when I'm in the. I don't even know what I'm doing, and I can sit up here and tell you like, oh yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Both of those videos were mistakes.
Yeah.
Because when I went there, that's what that was supposed to happen.
Have you ever heard of this place? See, like we're in my RV right now, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm a big, I love traveling around in an RV,
Yeah.
right? And when I got this one, I was mapping out a trip to go visit my family in Florida, starting in Tennessee. So I'm going through like, and I'm like figuring out like where I'm gonna stop, where RV parks, and like trying to find the coolest places. And going through Georgia, there's this place right outside of Atlanta. I had no idea what the place was. I just like it was just a cool RV park called Stone Mountain.
Okay.
You ever heard of this?
No.
Dude. So I go there. It's just the coolest, like the most beautiful RV park. And then I'm like, oh, it's like Stone Mountain, and I'm like Googling where to go on a hike.
Yeah.
And like this whole huge mountain, it's like, I think it's even a bigger engraved into the mountain than Mount Rushmore. Like,
oh, really?
Bigger, you know, and but I'd never heard of it. And I go there, right, not even knowing, and turns out like who's engraved in the mountain is like Robert E. Lee, Stonewall Jackson, all these like Confederate Army, and so it's like basically like the most racist mountain in like the history of the world, right? And like I ended up like kind of researching it because I was like, you know, like find what did I just go to?
Yeah.
And like they didn't even start building it until like 1920. So it's like the Civil War is already like way over, but they're like, oh, we gotta commemorate these great like racists.
It's like way
you know?
after the fact.
They didn't even finish making the engraving wasn't even finished until like 1970 something, you know. So they're like out here like celebrating racism with this like mountain, like way, you know. And then like now we're in an age where it's like people are taking down like statues of the Confederate you know, personalities, but like you can't take down. This is like it's like a mountain, you know.
Yeah, that'll be hard to take down.
And dude, and like I watched this whole video just about it. Like I think the video is called like the most racist mountain in the world or something. And like, come to learn that like on top of this gigantic stone mountain, they had like the KKK. Like I think that the KKK was like ended and like didn't exist
so like
for a while, and then it came back.
I think it ended around, if I'm not mistaken, like around the 1880s, and then I think it had a resurgence in like the 1910s.
The ceremony that brought it back happened on the top of this rock.
Really?
The rock that they engraved. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's like
so this all happened in Florida.
No, this is outside of Atlanta. This is it's in Georgia.
Okay, so this isn't in Florida.
No, I was going through.
You were going to Florida.
I was going to Florida, and so I was just mapping out where I was going to stop for the night.
I was like, I know probably Florida get down like that. I was like, I didn't know they were getting down like that in Florida. Dude, so this is Georgia.
It's in Georgia, and the thing was that like, I mean, you're talking about like you got to make a video like you know like what speaks to it. I thought about like making a video about it. You know,
really?
Like I thought about it. But like, is it even my place? I mean, I don't know. You know, like I just don't know. It's like kind of weird. And what I knew for sure is that like I didn't even know what the engraving was. It just looked cool to me because it's so big and massive. I'm taking photos, and then I find out. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't post.
Oh yeah, that could have been bad.
To like promote, like I don't want to promote that. You know, like I don't want to promote that. And then I thought maybe I don't promote it. Maybe I make a whole video of, like calling it out. You know, like, but I don't know if I want to do that either. And like, I'm glad that I'm telling you about it. Like at a public level. I didn't know how to feel.
If you feel like you should, then go at it. You know, like I look at it with my video. Me personally, and I feel like what resonated with a lot of people. I feel like whenever you go at racism, at the point of like this is bad, like you know what I mean. It's like everybody for the most part knows racism is bad. You know, like we don't need a 40-minute or an hour-long video telling us like why racism is bad. What I think people want to know is, what people love to see is people of two opposing viewpoints have like a middle ground.
Right.
And so I think that was like why people gravitated towards my video, because it's like a black dude over here talking to members and leaders of the KKK and able to have a civil discussion, no arguing, no name calling. It's just like you would, if you were to just not see the title and just click on a random part of the video, you would just think it's just like, oh, a black dude talking to like an older white guy.
I mean, was it Tom Bowie?
Tom
Robb
Bowie.
And Tom Bowie.
Yeah, Tom Robb, Tom Bowie.
Dude, that Tom Bowie, like that was just
the
pure.
Funniest. Here, I got this one video I'll show you. So when I took him out to eat, freaking. He was like, I'm gonna go get dessert, and I was like, all right. I was like, well, what do you want? He's like, I want to get me some of that chocolate ice cream. And at first, I thought he was joking, but he was serious. And he was like, oh wait, well no, I meant dark vanilla. And it's just like he is just chowing down on it.
I caught you in 4K. Chocolate ice cream.
Man, what a.
No vanilla in that. You want to integrate this, but you don't want to integrate something.
It's like just stuff like that where it's just like at the end of the day, no matter if like it could be the worst person ever, you know, there's humanity in everybody, you know? So it's like if you can find a way to find the humanity in it, I think it could be something enjoyable, you know? So it's like if you do the video, don't look at it as more, you know, like going at this, like this is bad and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, go talk, like why did you guys feel the need to work 50 years on, like, and you might, you'll just hear their perspective.
Dude, you know the
and just listen.
The craziest thing, too, is that the guy who was in charge of the engraving on this mountain was also the guy who was in charge of the engraving of Mount Rushmore that everybody knows about.
Really?
And that dude was a member of the KKK. The guy who did the Mount Rushmore. It's just like...